You'll be able to see it on the YouTube channel immediately when we're done. So, all right. So let's take a look at these. So I'll just go over the problems, and if you have questions as I'm going over them, you just stop me or ask me. I can hear you, and it's picking up your voice as well as everything that I'm annotating right here. Okay. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one says, name the following angle in 3 different ways, then measure the angle using a protractor. So you'll have to do the protractor thing on your own. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you could just name it. It said 3 different ways. So one way you could name it is just angle B, because there's really only one angle there.
All right.
Right? And you could call it angle B, or you could call it angle 2, because that angle there has it's angle 2. You can call it angle 2, or you could name it with 3 letters, and you could start either with M or with S, but you have to make sure you go in order. So if I'm going to start with M, I have to go toward the angle and then back out. So how would I name that angle?
MBS.
Perfect. MBS. Or let's name it a 4th way. It said 3, but let's name it a 4th way. What's the other way you could name it if you didn't start at M, if you started at S?
SBM.
Perfect. That's right. And now they're asking you, what's the measure of angle MBS? By the way, look at how they're writing this, the angle thing. Sometimes they want you to write a little angle measure in there.
Yeah.
Usually they're not that picky with that.
No,
but
I don't think my teacher said. She said she's not going to take points off if we don't write that.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Would it just be 2? Like was MBS equal 2?
No, it's not equal to 2, because they want you to use a protractor. So you actually have to take a protractor and angle and figure out what that angle is. Do you have a protractor?
No.
I don't know if there's a protractor app on here or not. Let's see if I have a protractor app when I do this. I've got a ruler app, but I don't have a protractor app on this. So do you know how to use a protractor?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at the protractor.
Okay. So you basically just line it up. You've got this protractor that looks like, is it one of these kind of protractors that look like a circle like that?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah. And you take it and you put the dot right here. Actually, I drew that wrong. You're going to put the dot of the protractor. Usually there's a dot. You put it right there, and there's a line on the next to the dot, and the protractor will be like this. Right?
And then then you like,
and then there's an angle right here, whatever that angle is, it'll be labeled right here. That's the angle. It's
thing that tells you whether you take the number on the inside or the outside.
Yeah.
On the outside it'd be like in the high 100s, and
right.
It's lower numbers. But I forgot what that's called, or like.
Well, can't you just kind of tell? Give me a rough estimate of what that angle is going to be.
It's definitely after 150, I'd say.
Nope, it's actually a lot less than 150, because a 90-degree angle is like this, right? You know what a 90-degree angle is? It's a right angle.
Yeah, right.
Perfect. So you see how this angle is less than that? So this is probably around 45.
Okay.
40 to somewhere between 40 and 50, most likely. You see that now?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it says, given the image below, name a line segment, and right. You want me to do number 2?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. You see the whole.
I can see most. I can see most of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can figure it out. So it says name a line. So let's name a line first. Well, a line means it's going in both directions forever, right?
Yeah.
So what's my only line here? Is this one a line right here?
No, it's an angle, right?
Well, this is just a ray. This
Okay.
is an angle right here. This
Mhm.
is a ray. You follow that?
Yeah, I see that.
The line segment would be this, because see how it ends here and it ends here? That would be a
Mhm.
line segment. And your only line is going to be this one down here, because see how there's arrows on both sides?
Yeah.
That's the only line you have. So can you tell me what those letters are down there? Was this an A?
An A and an E.
A, N, and E. So the way I would name the line would be A, N. You could do A, E if you want, but you only need 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And put a line above it with arrows.
Okay.
So how would I name the line segment?
NL.
Very good. And what do I write above it?
You write a sort of like an arrow, right? Where like one end doesn't have the point on it. The
Do I
one end,
put the arrowheads on it or no?
yeah, but only
I
one
do.
end has it, right?
Well, be careful. This is a line segment. Remember what the difference is between these three things? A ray, a line segment, and a line.
No, I don't really remember the differences that
So the
much.
difference is a line segment it stops at both ends. That's
Okay.
a line segment. And a ray stops at one end and has an arrow at one end.
All right. Yeah, I was
So
thinking of the line segment being an array.
right. So we would have to put a segment over the top of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put the dots on the end, but just don't put arrows on it.
Okay.
Got it. And then for the ray, what would a ray be?
It'd be ANE. No.
ANE. Well, it kind of depends on how you write it. You never have to write 3 letters for a line
Yeah,
segment
the
or a ray.
A, that's a line at the bottom. Because so, would it be NG?
You could do NG. You could do AE if you want. You could do AE or even AN technically.
So, what
Well,
makes an
no.
array a array?
So
Because
what makes it a ray is if you wrote it like this, if you wrote AE, and if you write above it, if you write the ray signal on top of it, that makes it a ray.
okay,
If in fact, if I wrote AE with a line segment over it, that would make it a line segment. And what I would mean by that is stop. Go from here to here and just stop. See how that's a line segment? You
so
don't
on
have
a
to.
function like this, you for line segment, I could put NL or AE, and it would be correct.
You could. Now, the one thing you shouldn't do is you shouldn't call NL a line or array because there's no arrows on it. It
Okay.
stops. It definitely stops here and here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can pick a little piece out of a line and call it a line segment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
got
just can't take a line segment and add an arrow to it and say it's a
you.
line,
Yeah.
it's array, because
All
it's
right.
not array. It ends. Okay. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of correct answers here, but those are just a couple of them. So you could have, for the ray, you could have written, if you didn't want to write AE, you could have written, like you said, NG. Just make sure that you have the arrow going to the right toward the G.
Mm-hmm.
See how it's a no arrow over the N and there's an arrow over the G.
Yeah.
That's how you have to do those. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the next one. So now we're talking about actually solving algebraically. So they want us to say what the angle pair relationship is. So this relationship, what do you know about this angle and this angle? What has to be true about those two angles?
Um. Yeah. Do they equal each other? Like when you're setting
Does
up
it
the equation?
does it look like they would equal each other?
No.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that they don't, but can we assume that they equal each other? By looking at that picture, can we just assume that they equal each other?
No.
We can't. But what we can assume is that this is a straight line. That bottom one, we
Mm-hmm.
can assume that's a straight line. And what do we know about straight lines?
Equal 180 degrees.
That's right. So what do I know? What's the angle pair relationship? Remember what that's called when they equal 180
Yeah,
degrees?
I just took my vocab one today. Isn't it? They're on opposite sides, right? So
Well, what's it mean when two angles add up to 180? What are they called? They're called, starts with
Supplement.
an S, but good. So
Supplementary.
this is called supplementary.
Okay, so that's a all right. I thought it wanted like a on that type of question. I thought it wanted like a same side exterior or something like that.
No, because we don't have these aren't parallel lines at this point. You're
Okay.
thinking of parallel lines.
Mm-hmm.
Did I spell supplementary right? Yeah, I
That
did.
looks good enough to me. I'm a horrible
Yeah,
speller, so
that's right. That's right. I Googled it. All right. So the other thing we're gonna do, the next thing we're gonna do is figure out what does it mean if they're supplementary? What does that actually mean?
you do 6x plus 3 plus 2x minus 7 equals 180.
And that's right. So let's do that, and then let's solve it for x, like they're asking us, right? So I'll write this right here: 6x plus 3 plus 2x minus 7. You can put parentheses around them if you want, but you don't really need them because you're adding them
Yeah.
together, right? Equals 180. And what's the first step to solve this equation?
Combined like terms.
Good. So what's 6x and 2x?
So you got 8x.
Good. And what's negative 3 and positive 3 and negative 7?
Positive 3, 4, right?
Negative 4.
Negative 4, yeah.
Don't forget the negative. Equals 180. Now what? What's the first step?
You do plus 4 to 180.
Good. So 8x equals 184.
184. And then divide
Good.
that.
Good. So x equals, what's 184 divided by 8?
23.
23. How nice. It's a perfect, it's a integer, a whole number. So 23 degrees is your, I'm sorry, not degrees. Shouldn't have written degrees. Just 23. The
Mhm.
degrees is outside here. That's just an expression.
And then
So they're asking,
pretty sure I
go
got
ahead.
this next part. Like,
Yep.
don't you take 23 and you plug it in for MAT, so you'd put 6 parentheses 23 plus 3, and then you just solve that.
You got it.
All right.
And what's that equal?
So 6 times 23. 6 times 23. 138 and then plus 3. So 141.
141 degrees. And that I do want to put degrees for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Let's try number 4. What's the angle relationship here? What do you know about those two angles?
Well, I think are they It's not vertical angles, are they?
They are vertical angles.
Okay.
And since they're vertical, what are
They
they?
equal each other, right?
Good. So does she want us to write vertical angles, or
Yeah,
does
she
she
wants
just,
vertical angles.
what I would do is I would write vertical angles, and in parentheses I would say equal.
Doesn't
Yeah.
everything equal except complementary and supplementary?
I'm not sure what all you've learned so far, but probably for what you're doing, that's probably true.
I could put a picture of my vocab in if you wanted.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right.
That'd be good. So that I'm using the right vocab. All right. So what am I going to do? What's my equation going to be?
The equation is going to be. Equation is going to be 4x plus 7 equals 6x minus 15.
Okay. And then what?
So
What do I do?
combine like terms. No, yeah, you do that. So 10x.
No. Look, they're on different sides. You can't add them yet. So I got to move one of them over. Which one should I move over? Should I move the 4x over or the 6x
the
over?
4.
Good, because it's smaller, right?
And you minus it, right? Minus 4 to the 6, and then you have 2x. So you have 7 equals 2x minus 15.
Good. Now what?
Then you plus 15.
Good. And what would you get?
You get 22.
22 equals 2x. And then what?
You divide that, and then you get 11.
Perfect. So x equals 11. And what is the measure of angle PQS?
So 4 times 11.
PQS. 4. Good. 4 times 11 plus 7. 44 plus 7. What's 44 plus 7? 51, right? Got it?
Yeah.
51 degrees. All right. Do you have another one on here yet, or you have to put one on? Oh, you got one. Perfect.
Yeah, I got another one on.
Okay. This one says this one says that M and N are parallel. Find the value of X. And also this, and also this. So they're telling you that these are parallel, M and N. So we can write a little, what I like to do is just write a little parallel thing in here. That's what it means for them to be parallel. You put little double brackets there, double carets. Now this is the thing you were talking about. What's the relationship when you have parallel? Do you know that you basically have all these angles either are equal or supplementary to each other?
Yeah,
You know
it's
that?
equals 180, right?
Well, so this angle is equal to this angle. I'm going to color code them. And it's also equal to this angle and this angle. All four of those angles are equal to each other. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because this and this are called what? What are they called? This one and this one. What's the relationship between this and this?
Are they corresponding?
Yep, these are corresponding. What's the relationship between this and this? C and 3x. What's the relationship?
Are they opposite side interiors?
Yep, or you could say alternate interior.
Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we say.
Alternate interior. And then how about this and this?
That is alternate exterior.
Perfect. And then how about this and this?
That is so.
We just did it. That's a vertical.
Vertical. Okay.
So, and also we have this angle right here is equal to this angle right here, which is equal to this angle, which is equal to this angle. And the red and the blue ones are supplementary. So all we have to figure out, is it a red or a blue angle, and use either equal or supplementary. So what do we know? Well, we know, notice that they gave us, the two things that they gave us are 5x minus 20 and 3x. But these are, what are they called? What's the relationship between them? Are they congruent or supplementary?
Congruent.
Nope, they're supplementary because one's blue, this one is blue, and this other one is red.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're their same side consecutive. I don't know if she wants you to call it, what she wants you to say, but I would say that the relationship between the angles is they're supplementary. Okay. So what does that mean about those angles?
They're supplementary. They equal 180.
Good. So I'm going to write 5x minus 20 plus 3x equals 180. I'm going to do this quick for you because I got someone waiting. So add like terms. You got 8x minus 20 equals 180. Add 20 to both sides. Whoops. Yep. 8x equals 200. Divide both sides by 8. What's 8 divided by 200?
Can't do that off the top of my head. 2 divided by 8. 25.
So 25 is your x, and then define NCF. NCF, where's N?
25.
NCF is not a thing. I think she meant ACF. N is the name of the line. I think that was a typo. I think she wants you to name ACF.
Should be just plugging 25 back into it.
Right. I think she wants you to name ACF and EFC. Yes. So yeah, she just wants you to plug them back in.
Okay.
So this is 75. And what was the other one?
I think it was 105. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. There you go. And that's it.
All
right. Look good?
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. So swing back by in about an hour and a half if you want, okay?
Okay.
And you can put a couple more. I'll give you 10 more minutes since we got a late start. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Also, the live stream, it's live. You can go, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find that on my website.